Either I knock him out or he sits in his corner and gives up. I'm going to deal with him tough.
This is the kind of wild madman Alexander Usyk had to face when he stepped into the heavyweight division.
I'm going to war in the African way. It will come with a European style, but it won't help.
Derek Chisora, an unhinged brawler whose punches land like sledgehammers, crashing down with destructive weight. Inside the ring, he is reckless, savage, unpredictable. Outside of it, he is just as fierce, known for antics that make headlines as much as his fights. Before the clash with Usyk, Chisora's reputation preceded him. Born in Zimbabwe and raised in London, he built his career not on elegance, but on chaos. He was the man who bit an opponent in the middle of a fight, the man who brawled at press conferences, the man who brought mayhem everywhere he went. His style was simple but terrifying: pressure, brute force, and a willingness to absorb punishment in order to deliver his own. For years, fans knew one thing: when Chisora fought, madness was guaranteed. Usyk, by contrast, was the polar opposite. The Ukrainian southpaw, a former Olympic champion and undisputed cruiserweight king, was moving up in weight to test himself among giants. He wasn't built on raw power, but on precision, rhythm, and an almost poetic style. Where Chisora brought fire and rage, Usyk brought calm, strategy, and endless movement. It was brains against brawn, control against chaos. On fight night, Chisora entered the ring wearing the words "war" across his chest. He didn't just talk about bringing violence, he lived it. Even before the opening bell, security had to hold him back, his fury boiling over, his eyes locked on Usyk with the promise of destruction. And when the gong finally sounded, he charged forward like a bull, trying to crush the lighter, faster Usyk under his weight. In the very first round, it nearly worked. Chisora's heavy fists thundered against Usyk's guard, one step away from ending the night early. The Ukrainian, though, showed his composure. He weathered the storm, slipping, circling, making Chisora miss just enough to survive. Round after round, Chisora kept swinging those hammers, but Usyk refused to engage in a slugfest. He danced, he flowed, he moved like a shadow in the wind, draining Chisora's energy with every missed shot. It was death by 1,000 cuts, each jab, each combination slowly chipping away at the bigger man's stamina. The crowd could feel the shift. The wild war Chisora wanted was turning into a chess match that Usyk was winning piece by piece. By the later rounds, Chisora was breathing heavy, his attacks slower, his face etched with frustration. Usyk, on the other hand, was getting sharper, his punches landing cleaner, his confidence growing. If the rounds had been just a little longer, Usyk might have scored the knockout. But credit to Chisora, he refused to fall. Stubborn, tough, iron-willed, he stood until the very end. When the final bell rang, the decision was clear. Usyk had won by unanimous decision, a well-earned victory that proved he belonged among the heavyweights. And true to his character, he didn't celebrate with arrogance or drama. He simply nodded, left the ring, and continued down his path toward greatness.